Hi, Taurus. Happy August. I hope you're doing well. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. All right. We come in with the Seven of Swords. Okay. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Four of Coins. And we've got the Knight of Coins. Okay. Now your advice in here is the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. There we go. And our outbound card, drum roll please, is the Ace of Cups. Okay? Your messages are, if you've created a misunderstanding, a storm of some sort, I think what's happening here is you may be enabling someone, or they may be enabling you. Or, again, I really just get the same feeling here sometimes as we go, sometimes month after month after month, with that you're not being perceived the way that you think you're coming across. I think we solved the mystery today. And it's funny because Scorpio's reading I did yesterday, and your houses they come at each other, they conjunct like this. So they're going to play a part in this eclipse too. So they don't like change any more than you do, right? But check out that video because it's going to impact you, and I think it's the other half of the equation here. For some of you, it's not the same scenario, but they had a perfect relationship aligning for them, but they were afraid to step out of the box and see what it was about, right? It may have looked different, smelled different, tasted different. It was just different, and that never goes over well with you guys. So your messages were that you've got to come at things with a removed expectation. I know everything has to be calculated, calibrated, for a better way to put it, right? It needs to be slow, steady, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't, okay? But I think that sometimes that's where major miscommunications happen, because if we have things that we can think of, right, and things that if we can't get other input, it's just our stuff that we're spinning around in our head. And the Seven of Swords can come in here sometimes as the deception card, because it's the card of you're a deep thinker, right? But if no one knows what the hell you're thinking, major miscommunications happen there. And you've got the outbound card here of the Ace of Cups, which means you need to be more receptive of other people's views on things, ways of doing things. Just the Seven of Swords is a card of not wanting to bend, not wanting to change. What's happening here, all these elements play great together. They do, okay? And there is not one major arcana in here. So you can change this just by changing the way that you do things, right? Of not being so set in your ways or fixed in your ways, or you and Scorpio both, if you just stepped out of your box just a little bit, you would be the happiest people, most secure, happy people on the planet. But it's so hard for you guys. I get it. So I hope I can do this justice to kind of nudge you just a little bit. Okay? The Three of Wands. Okay? This again, you're at like the tail end of action with no action, right? Like you're at the very tail end, the end part of the least amount of action that you can do and not be going backwards. That's basically, you've put just a smidge into it, right? But that's it. It's the most inactive, active thing you can do in here. You can't really, you'd be going backwards if you put any more into this, right? So the Three of Wands is a card again of, you know, just launching, and this is where too, you know, you guys start a lot of stuff, but then you get, you know, detoured and you don't finish it, right? So that, I think, was the advice a couple months ago, a bit ago, I think it was. I remember that well. But with the four, you've got the Three of Wands, the Four of Coins, and the Knight of Coins. Okay? I want to point something out too. The Four of Coins is a card of, again, it can be a card of hanging on to the things that you've got. I don't like to call it the hoarding card because I don't think that's what it is. I think that it can end up that way, right? But when we hang on too tight to things, that's when we, you know, we either squash it or it slips through our fingers. We need to be like this, unconditional, right? So with the Knight of Coins, I want to say this. With this card, I want to point out, this isn't a tarot lesson. I get that a lot of you guys don't. I just want to show you something because I need you to walk away from this knowing something that helps you scooch a little more towards where you want to be fulfilled, right? See how this is the Knight of Coins, okay? He's the most slow-moving knight ever, but he's got the wand in here too, okay? That's a phallic symbol. The knights are not it doesn't go page, knight, queen, king. The knight is at the end. He's after the king because he's the seed. He's how you get to the next ace. Here, movement. That's why he's got this, right? That's why he's got the wand there too. All of these elements in here, the coins we make our money, right? Swords, we make up what goes on in here, right? We know with our cups, we know what we feel, our emotions. You can't make up passion, desire, creativity, the fire that inflames you. That's where the wand comes in, right? That's where the seeds come in. That's where our passions come in, right? Babies come in here. It's receptive. It's the receptive part of the idea that you cast out. So you've got all elements here that you can carry this forward, is where I was going with that. These are your advice cards, right? The Six of Swords is the card of, you usually see the people in the boat, that card. And the Eight of Cups is where you usually see someone walking away, right? Guys, in here, for me only, I'm just reading this for myself, for you guys, okay? The Six of Swords is where they're going. It's a mental journey. It's a solo journey. It's if you were to put your meditation on a tarot card, it would be that Six of Swords. It's meditation. It's up here. That's where the fluid is. That's where our brains turn. That's the meditation, right? It's a solo journey. You need to find that spot in there and empty that out. You're empty when you're meditating, right? That's what you're doing, because the Seven of Swords is you're full up here, right? And the Eight of Cups is a card of, it's full too. It's full. You've filled them up. So now empty this out, right? And fill it up with, that's why the Eight of Cups is always, they say it's the walking away card. You're not walking away. You're taking a step back to figure out why you only get to a certain point and then you trip yourself up. It's because you've got very fixed ways of thinking, right? Look at it this way. if we have ideas, right, thoughts, but we can't, we have thoughts, we have ideas, we convey them, right? But if people aren't understanding our ideas, they're not of a benefit to us. Do you know what I mean? We have to be open to conceptual thinking, but if we can't be receptive, right? This is receptive. This is it's your well here. You've got to be open to other ways of thinking. You've got to, I think you've got great ideas. I think you've got great concepts. I think you're a great people person. It's just people don't understand you because I think that if you just tweaked, be more receptive to other ways of collecting your thoughts, right? Be open to what other people have to say. Make your dialogues two ways, right? Because I think what could be happening too is there was a message in here, and I think I didn't understand where this was coming from, but if you're very kind people, right? You love to do things for other people, but sometimes it robs them of the lessons that they're supposed to be learning, right? So if you're doing that, you want to just be, you're asked to really just stop doing that. But that's, I think, on the scope for someone else too. I think you're really just being asked in here to, I think the security that you're looking for in the external world, financial stability, is going to come to you twofold, tenfold, when you realize that just do things without expectation, right? Because I think your feelings get hurt when you guys do for other people, right? And then it doesn't get reciprocated. That means, though, that you may have given too much. You know what I mean? Let people fend for themselves. That's tough love, right? That's tough love. It's hard, though, to watch someone that you care about struggle when you can just go right in there because you know the plans, right? You know the plans. But it's really just stepping back and letting someone else, you know, maybe bounce something off of you instead of trying to fix the problem. You know what I mean? Like if your kid comes to you with something, or your partner comes to you with something, instead of just saying, oh, I'll just do it, let me just fix that for you, just be receptive to just be the listener. Sometimes people just really want someone to listen. They're not looking for someone to solve their problems, right? So that's in this equation too. So if you're in that scenario, just realize that sometimes people just really want you to listen, okay? Because what happens in this real read and what I'm getting here is you've got to just empty this out, empty your mind out, and be receptive to other people's points of view, you know, other people's ways of doing things, meet someone in the middle. Because I think once you start doing that, you're going to get the material gain that you're looking for, but you'll also be secure in here, right? Because this is where the reciprocity comes. And you've got the Ace of Cups on your outbound card here. This is a card, though, that says it's a seed. Let's try this, right? Be receptive. Be the one that, you know, fill your cups here with inner peace. Fill your cups here with the things that are receptive of new ideas, because you can have the greatest invention in the world, but if you can't convey it to other people in a way that they understand it, it's not going to get you where you want, and it's maddening. I know it is. I have many Taurus clients, and I know it's maddening. I know it is. I feel it and I see it. So I pray you walk away from this with something. Just try to be more receptive, right? Be, how do I say, be connected, but be open. You know what I mean? Like, be connected to the tangible, right? But like this, right? But be open to higher ways, different ways, more out of the box ways. Let other people offer things to you, and vice versa. Because I think what's happening is they're not understanding you, and you're coming off in a way that it's closing off doors for you instead of opening the doors that you deserve. So it's just this. It's just this. And I say it because, you know, I'm an Aries. I'll plow through anything, but I know how Taurus is, and I try to learn stuff from them because I like that. I wish I could be more like that, but I think a happy medium. You know, maybe put more fire, really, your man-made creative ideas, and offer, like, ask someone's opinion on something, you know, and be open to that. Be open to the to and flow, because what I think happens here is, like I say, Scorpio had a relationship sitting right there, only they weren't quite sure what to do with that. And you're in here going so slow that you could be pulling this horse, right? It's you've got to speed it up just a little bit, you know, just a little bit here, because you're really being told that whatever it is that you're looking for, you're going about it in a different way. Try to be more giving like this, and more open like this, and more receptive like this in all your relationships, right? So it's like this. That's energy in, energy out. That's karma. That's how we make great karma. That's how we align with the people that are on the same page as us. We don't pull in these cuckoo birds that are like out in left field somewhere and wonder something else you want to do with this sword, right? You align with the people that you're meant to, and they understand you and you understand them, and you build off of each other. It's a two-way street. All right, so there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way, okay? I tried to make this as animated as I possibly could. Cast your nets, but then go do something else. You know what I mean? And wait for your ships to come in. They will. By that I mean be more receptive to how they show up. They may not look like, you know, the Queen Mary. They may show up like something completely different, you know? So be open to that, because your advice in here is to empty out this and fill up this with new things. It's consistent change is what this is. This card, these are solo journeys, yes, but they're new ways of thinking and being open to new things. Okay? I hope that I made you try. I hope I did this justice, but because my concern is here, this is aligning you for many, many years to come. And I would love to see you get everything that makes you feel really secure. Okay, so there you go. I hope I helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to do anything for you. Okay, thank you so much.